Okay, in this particular session, we will discuss that how we can delete a particular node in a linked list. So there are three ways in which we can delete a particular node. That is with the help in the beginning, in the end, and in between the in between the complete linked list that we are having. So if we move towards this part, that deletion of a node. So in this particular session, we will discuss that how we can delete a particular node in the beginning and in the end part. Okay, so as you know that a node consists of two parts here. One is the data and another one is the link portion. So first thing that we will discuss here, that is how we can delete a particular node at the beginning. So before starting that particular part, I just need to create a linked list here. So first of all, I will be using that hash include iostream .h, and that is hash include one more header file that we can include, that is conio.h, and here we will first create a node structure here. So for that, as you know that we will be using that node part, struct node, and we are having that int data, and again we are having one pointer in the form of a node, that is a star link that we are having. Okay, so this is how we have created the node structure here. Next thing is that we close this particular structure part, and now we will first of all create a head pointer and we will equate its value to null. So we will start like this, like we will create a node star head. So head is what? That is one of your node, and we will be equating its value to null. Okay, so we are equating its value to the null part. Next thing is that we will write the first function here by which we can just delete a particular node at the beginning. Okay, so I will be using void delete beginning. Okay, so that is void delete beginning we are having, and we are writing like this, delete beginning, like this. Now coming towards this PPT portion, again you can see that how we can delete a particular node here. Like we are having a head over here, so head will always point the first node. Okay, so head will contain the address of your first four. Now what we want to delete this particular node. So what we will consider, that first of all we will contain another node here, and we will consider it as a star PTR. So we are equating that particular star PTR node, that is head will be equating, we will be equating this particular head part to this node star PTR. Okay, so again you are coming to this particular code part, you can see here. So first of all we will check here that if my linked list is empty or not. So I am writing like this, if head equal to null. So if my head will be null, so that means my list is empty. So it will print that message, cout list is empty. Okay, that is cout list is empty here. Okay, now else part is what that we are having. We will be considering the first thing, that is node star PTR. This is another node that I am taking, and I am assigning the value of head to this particular node. Okay, now what will happen here? Now head will, now if I come again to this particular part, you can see here, if I come to this PPT portion, you can see here that again I want to delete this particular node. Now my head will point to this particular bar. So head will link to the link portion of your PTR node. Okay, so how we can write like this? Like head, again here we can write like this, head will be equal to head, and it will point to the, using arrow operator, it will point to the link part here. Okay, so it will point to the link part here, and we are having that free PTR. Okay, that is free PTR. Now what we will free PTR means that we are freeing this particular PTR node over here. Okay, or we can say that we just want to delete that particular portion. So we are just freeing the value of this particular pointer, that is PTR. Okay, so this is how we have deleted our first node over here. So again, I will show you on the PPT part. So what I want to say that head will always contain some particular address, and if it is null, that means there is the link list is empty over here. Now in this particular case, let's suppose this head is having 200 as a value, but it is pointing to this particular node to whom we have assigned PTR node as in variable name as a PTR node. Now what head will do, it will point to that particular node which will be given in the link of this PTR node. Okay, so here we will be doing like this, that now head will contain the value of the next node that has been mentioned by this PTR node. Okay, so that's why we have written head equal to head, and it will point to the link portion here. And finally, what we will do when we use this free function here, that is a free PTR, so it will remove that particular node from the here at the beginning part. Okay, so this is how we have mentioned this, how we can delete a particular node in the beginning part. Now the next thing is that we are having a void delete at end. Now the next function that we need to use here is that the another portion is that how we can delete at the end portion. Okay, so that is delete at the end. So again, I will consider another node here. So that is, I will be using node star PTR, and again I will check if my list is empty. So I will check if head equal to null. Okay, so we can write like this, cout empty list. So that is empty list. Okay, otherwise there is also another case that we need to check that if list has only one node, so that one node will also referring as the last node for that particular linked list. So again, I will check here that if my head is, so if head is, we will consider that link part equal to null. Okay, and here we will equate all those values. So before moving further, I just show you that the same thing in the PPT portion. Okay, so here you can see that delete from the end. So we are having a linked list like this. Now I want to delete this particular node. So it will work like this particular list has having different elements over here. But in the code part, we have to consider all the cases. Like if we want to delete the node at the end, we first need to check that if the value of head is null, that means it is empty. And if that if that particular list is having only one node, then how we can delete that particular node? Okay, so again we can write here, that is PTR equal to head. So we will assign that value of head to that particular PTR, and that is head equal to null. Finally, we will be giving the value head equal to null here, and we again free that particular node, that is free PTR. So obviously, if there is only single node in a linked list, and if we are deleting that particular node in that linked list, so obviously the value of in my head will become null. Okay, so I will, after assigning all those value, I will free that particular PTR node over here. Okay, now the third case is that when we have a different elements in my node, as it's been shown in that this particular PPT. So here what I will do, I need to traverse that list over there. Okay, so what we will do here, so we are writing like this, else. So I am writing like this, node star previous. So here also I will consider another node here, that is previous. Okay, so again I will assign the value PTR. I will assign the value of head to this PTR, and I will traverse that particular list. because we need to move at the end. So what I want to check here, that if my PTR, the value of my PTR in the link section, it will be null. So unless and until it is not, that value doesn't become to null part, so it will traverse that particular list over there. So we are writing like this, null. Okay. So like this. So we have, in this particular case, we are using two nodes over here. One is your PTR and another one is the previous. Both the nodes will move simultaneously. Okay. So here you can see that when I will get that null part, so what will happen, that we will assign the value of that PTR to the previous node, and we can again, that PTR will now link to the, now the value of PTR is equal to PTR link part. So it will link to the node that has been pointed by that particular PTR over here. Okay. So again, what I will do, I will just assign that previous node, that is link, and it will be linking to that particular null part, because this is a last node. So we require that particular null value over here. Okay, so finally we will be freeing that particular PTR node. Again, I will show you it with the help of a diagram. So you can see here like this. So here you can see that I have considered two nodes. One is the star PTR and another one is the previous. I have assigned the value of this head to this particular PTR node. Now I need to traverse that list using PTR and the previous part. So this is my PTR. So what will happen? I will assign the value of PTR to the previous, and it will start traversing each and every part of your node of your linked list until it will get the value of that the value of link is not null. Okay, so when it will that it will link that particular portion, so what will happen, it will move further, and when that PTR value will having that null, now this previous link will be equal to null. So what will happen, like as you know that both these nodes are moving simultaneously, like previous and PTR. So I am assigning the value of the link portion of this previous as a null part, and again at this particular node I will free this particular PTR node over here. Okay, so again you can see this part, like we were having two nodes over here, that is a PTR node and the previous node. Okay, so we have assigned the value of head to this PTR. Okay, now we are traversing this list using PTR and the previous part. What I want, that it should traverse that particular list unless that link portion of this PTR is not equal to null. Now null is available here, it will become PTR, it will become PTR, and this node will become your previous node. Now what we have done, we have assigned the value of null, like in the fourth step you can see that we have assigned the value of null to this particular link portion of this previous node. Okay, and we have freed this PTR, because before freeing that PTR we need to give the last node of that particular linked list. So that's why we have assigned the value of the link portion of this previous node as a null part. Okay, so this was all about that how we can implement this linked list portion. So here you can see, so here is the code that we have written so far, and finally what we will be doing, we will be closing this particular part. Okay, fine. So on we will for also use one insert function over here. So I can just completely write that particular, that how we are inserting this at end, because we need to take that particular linked list in the form of a, that it will be having some particular values over there. So we can write like this, node star PTR equal to new node. So in the last session also we have done in detail that how we can insert a particular node. So here in this PTR part we can just assign that values. So PTR consists of two things, one is the data and another one is the link part. So we are having that PTR, and here again we can have that link portion, we are having that null portion, null part here. Okay, so equal to null. So you can see here, now I will check that if head equal to null. So what we need to do here, we have to assign that head equal to PTR. Okay, and else we need to just take another node, that is a temp node, and here you can see we are having that head part. Okay, so while, okay, so you can see that while the temp link not equal to null. Okay, so we need to just traverse that particular link. Temp equal to, okay, so by using this particular function, it will add each and every node at the end part. Okay, so it is adding each and every node at the end portion. So I'm using this particular function in order to insert that particular node at the end part. Okay, and finally we are having that link equal to PTR over here. Okay, so I will close this part. So here you can see that I will close this particular function here. Okay, this. And finally, we require a display function also. Okay, so here again, we can have that display function. So we can use void display list. Okay, so we are having that void display list. So I quickly write the code for the same. So you can see here, I have completed this particular part, and here is a direct that I have inserted that display linked list function. So as you know that we need to check the value of head over here. If it is empty, so it will show you that like particular list is empty over here. Otherwise, it will just traverse till it will get the value of PTR as a null part. Okay, and finally in the main function, you can see here we have inserted all those values. So we have used insertion only to insert all those nodes at the end. And finally, I will first display the list. Then I will use this delete beginning, and again I will display my list. So if I use delete end, it will delete my particular node in the end, and again I will display my list. Okay, so as I am using free function over here, that is a function that I am having. So I have included one of the another library here, that is stdlib.h. Okay, so let's run this program. Okay, so you can see here, like I haven't used that clear screen. So the first output is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is the how we have inserted all those nodes. And secondly, I have used that delete end part, delete at the beginning. So you can see one node has been deleted. And again, I have shown my this list like 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and in the next part, I have called that delete at the end part. So you can see 5 has been removed, and again it is showing you that particular list as 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is how deletion occur in a linked list part. So I hope this concept has been clear to you. Still, if you feel like asking me, you can contact me anytime. Okay.